Now, look, there's a lot of people that have made the joke that Melania Trump might actually be Donald Trump's hostage. I know it's sort of a funny joke, but also sort of not a funny joke. But nonetheless, a lot of people have been talking about, like, hey, does she actually want to be there? Is she kind of a hostage in the White House? Hey, okay, blink twice, Melania, if you're a hostage and you need help, okay? Because we can get you out. We can airlift you out. We'll find a way. But jokes aside, right? Her being a sort of political hostage, in a way, might actually be sort of close to the truth. Now, let me explain that. Now, according to a longtime friend of Mrs. Trump, she never wanted to be there. She never wanted to be the First Lady. She never wanted to be in the White House. And she never wanted to be under this much scrutiny. And she might also not even want to be with President Trump at all. Interesting. Now, this comes from a piece in Vanity Fair, who notes that the First Lady was only haltingly warming, or has only haltingly warmed to her role in President Trump's administration and still seems, quote, very much alone in her position, with a bare-bones staff and little in the way of an agenda. Although, to be fair, she did say she wanted to do something about online bullying, right? So, let me check how that's going, by the way, with that online bullying. Here, let's look up one of the biggest online bullies that we have today, who happens to be her husband, the president. Ooh. Yeah, okay, so that's not going very well. She's got a lot of work to do on that front, to be fair. But look, seriously, I don't think she wants to be there. In fact, one of her friends also corroborates that. She told Vanity Fair's Sarah Ellison that, quote, this isn't something that she wanted. This isn't something that he ever thought that he'd win, referring, of course, to President Trump. To be fair, his campaign was an enormous long shot, and they should both be thanking Hillary Clinton for that honor, because if the Democrats hadn't run Hillary Clinton, President Trump would not be President Trump. He would be loser Donald. Again, to be fair. Now, Ellison also quoted the friend as saying, she didn't want this come hell or high water. I don't think she thought it was going to happen. Ellison also adds, there may never have been a First Lady less prepared or suited to the role, which I think is evident in her staff, as I pointed out earlier, which is about half the size of the staff of other First Ladies. So now, when I saw the numbers, I was like, no, you're crazy. Who needs that big of a staff for being the First Lady? She has 9 staff members. Blows my mind, right? I wish I had 9 staff. I wish I had 1 person on my staff. That would really help out. She has 9. Apparently, that is half the staff of, for example, Nancy Reagan, Barbara Bush, and, Michelle Obama. Okay. But they do that so I guess they have staff so they can do First Lady things, right? I guess, like, for Michelle Obama, you could tell she was actually doing something because she was doing all the food nutrition initiatives in schools and things like that. Okay. Melania hasn't done anything. She has no real agenda. As I said, the bullying stuff is just crap. She's got no real presence in the administration. She's just kind of there. She kind of hangs out. So to be fair, her husband does kind of suck all the oxygen out of the room. So fair is fair, right? Even if there is news about Melania, it quickly gets overshadowed by the next thing that Donald Trump has tweeted. Now, speaking of Mr. Trump, Ellison writes that much of Melania Trump's life has remained in the shadows. She is the keeper of many of her husband's secrets, and one can imagine that what binds the two of them together is that he may very well be the keeper of some of hers. Like maybe the fact that she's actually an illegal immigrant. Just saying. There was that story that we talked about during the general campaign. So now the First Lady's friends are also, she says, divided when it comes to how she feels about her husband. One told me that it's old news that she and her husband live essentially separate lives. And look, again, I wouldn't be all that surprised. We've seen all the interactions between those two. I don't think they don't look like a real couple. Okay. These are not the people, okay, who to me seem like they're in love. They're just not. I mean, who could forget the infamous hen slap, right? Melania Trump. He goes in to hold her hand. Whap. Denied. And I think there's been, what, 2 or 3 of those times where that's happened? Denied every time. Who could remember, or I'm sorry, who could forget the the moment where it seemed like Melania's soul was crushed? Trump turns back to say something to her. She had a big smile on her face. And instantly gone. I should have brought the video for that. But look, this seems like this is a person who does not want to be where she's at. Okay. And for the longest time, actually, and I remember a lot of people getting after her about that because of the security and how much it cost to secure Trump Tower, where she was staying in New York with her son Barron. Okay. Now, I'm going to speculate, and to be clear, this is just speculation. Okay. I think she wanted to avoid her husband. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe her friend's wrong. Maybe she's super happy to be where she is, but she's just staying quiet. Okay. Maybe. But she's not exactly doing anything to try to stop that speculation that she is not miserable. Now, maybe that's not, I guess, on her. But again, from what we see, there's just no indication that she's not some sort of weird hostage. Okay. Hostage to, like, oh my God, I never wanted to be here in the first place in politics, but now if I leave, it's going to look really suspicious. And it gets super weird and super complicated. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But look, going back to Michelle, right? With Michelle Obama, you could tell, okay? You could tell that there was somebody there, that there was something, that she was active. And look, even when you saw them in public together, you could tell that there was something there, that they actually had a functional relationship. But with Melania Trump and Donald, there was this nothing there. And I know I'm not just noticing this because I don't like Trump. I think a lot of people have noticed. And so, for me personally, look, I just think that it seems like this entire thing is just more than she bargained for. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.